Thank you, Sergey. First of all, let me thank you and DGA for arranging this important event, mobilizing the interest or to invest in or consider investments into energy sector of Ukraine. Actually, it's particularly important for me here to practically present the how Ukraine Invest can facilitate investors' journey here in Ukraine. May I ask to share my presentation, please? Next slide. So Ukraine Invest is the governmental investment support and promotion office founded in 2018. We are serving as a single window agency or office for the investor to meet all inquiries and expectations related to the investor interest or investment facilitation. We consolidate the proper project proposition in order to present to the investors the whole table, the whole table of opportunities, both in private, public-private sector, as well as different state assets for privatizations and sales, available brownfields, so that the investor could have a view on how to structure the most attractive portfolio of potential projects and presence in Ukraine. We are backing this proper proposition with clear navigation and guidance. It means that while identifying business opportunities, we are able to provide the proper matchmaking, to introduce to the right partners in different areas, to test the offtake, to have the involvement of municipal state authorities on different levels related to the whole project, to the certain components of that. We ensure the proactive outreach, meaning that we are very open to the specialized associations, business and governmental stakeholders in particular sectors or in general of countries of foreign FDI, of course, local Ukrainian companies to cooperate with us and ensure this proactive outreach and the mature interest generation. We are backing and supporting our investor with extensive analytical and expert support, as well, including sectorial analysis, market trends, key players in the market, like other aspects of market intelligence, as well as we are navigating the investor through the complex network of available mechanisms and frameworks to get more access to finance and governmental incentives. We, as Ukraine Invest, are authorized by the law on significant investment support to prepare, to help and assist investors into applying for a special to significant investor support program, enabling to get various benefits, which I will speak about later in this presentation. So we are about providing integrative approach to the investor on his way for a positive decision to invest in Ukraine. Definitely, we're very open to cooperate with strategic advisors to all very important actors of the investment attraction ecosystem who work closely on development in projects with particular investors. And we are happy that Sergey invited us and we supported this event with him today, and we are equally open to other similar companies dealing with factual facilitating with concrete investment project and opportunities. Next slide. I will start with strategic sectorial framework. Uh, Ukraine is focused on particular sectors based on the needs in reconstruction, as well as needs to ensure the growth of the economy and bringing new technologies and innovation. So we have currently six main sectors in focus according to Ukraine facility plan and strategic government programs. And those sectors include energy, agro-industrial sector, IT and digital, critical minerals, and transport and logistics overall. And of course, the sector which is on the edge of IT production, innovative production, and which absolutely ensures our resilience, our security of us, and actually the major part of the world is defense and dual use. Ukraine is a leading leader in today's um, defense and dual use tech environment. Next slide. Uh, I will, if talking about the current state of things on FDI and the share of the FDI in energy sector, in particular in electricity, gas, steam, and conditioning supply, it's around 7% of the current stock of FDI, and we see that there is a big room for improvement and attracting additional FDI and also increasing this share in total as the energy sector is now in the main focus. Next slide. Here you can see trade dynamics and structure and the historical import-export structure. Next slide. And the overview of the dynamics in the energy sector. It's worth to admit that since late 2025, sustained attacks has damaged more than 8.5 gigawatts of generation capacity and significantly weakened grid and gas infrastructure. Peak demand now exceeds available domestic supply by over 5 megawatts, and equivalent reserves are exhausted and assets are restored, are often retargeted. This creates an environment of urgency, but at the same time also of structural and predictable demand. Ukraine's response is not only ad hoc repair, as honorable speakers before me mentioned. It's a strategic shift towards decentralization, flexible and resilient energy solutions, distributed gas generation and cogeneration, renewables with storage, a rapid grid and substantial replacement, and locally deployable technologies that can operate under stress conditions. For corporate investors, this is a market where projects are demand-driven, backed by strong government prioritization, supported by de-risking instruments, and aligned with EU energy standards. The focus in a scalable employment, long-term offtake, and partnerships that combine capital, technology, and operational expertise. Next slide. And for now, we are focused to achieve 27% contribution to gross energy consumption, thanks to in the form of renewable energy capacity generation. Next slide. Now I would like to move to the whole structure of actually the structure of state regulation of the energy sector in Ukraine. You can see the major stakeholders, the major regulators, so all important actors while dealing with making a positive investment decision and coming with the project. Next slide. The current strategy for development of distributed generation is very greatly shaped by the recent damage resulted from the Russian aggression, and we have the action plan until the end of 2026 to achieve 4 gigawatt of additional generation capacity, introduction of the new generation of renewables energy facilities and energy storage for energy associations, introducing mandatory installations of solar power plants on buildings, which is also supported by the targeted programs from the government, implementation of the EU legislation on the development of distributed generation, and identifying priority areas for the development of renewable energy and grid infrastructure. And it's all is also backed by the National Renewable Energy Action Plan until 2030. And we would like to also particularly admit and thank to the energy community to be a very important and very active driver of reforms in the energy sector of Ukraine. Next slide. The structure of Ukraine's electricity market, this is something that is worth to be presented in such a structured way, and the system looks like heterogeneous and with multiple stakeholders, and Ukraine Invest can navigate through this structure, actually guiding on the activity of each and also make an appropriate introductions. Next slide. Here you can see the alternative energy and alternative energy sources, and we can see the renewable sources which include and are in focus are solar energy, wind energy, geothermal energy, hydrothermal energy, and others. Next slide. Next slide. Having briefly described the structure, the overall market state of things, and potential plans for further capacity development, it's a good time to speak about the projects. One of the main questions or main points of interest for potential investors would be whether there are available project opportunities. There are multiple projects in different dimensions, including private projects, private-public projects, and purely public opportunities. Next slide. If one would like to see the universe of private opportunities in Ukraine in the energy sector, particularly in renewables and other, if we can navigate through the available opportunities listed on the investment portal. This is a showcase of project opportunities developed by the Ministry of Economy, Kyiv School of Economics, and actively supported by Ukraine Invest. Now it has the project worth 59 billion in 11 sectors of the economy and in 24 regions. Next slide. You see that the main share of them lies in energy dimension. It's 91 projects worth almost 34 billion. Next slide. But it's all not enough if we speak about the potential for investing in Ukraine, framed by the needs for reconstruction. The latest RDNA report shows that the needs for the energy sector reconstruction, transformative reconstruction, exceed 90 billion. And referring to the presented sectorial strategies, the opportunities potential in the energy sector of Ukraine exceeds even those 90 billion and has indicative estimation of 167 billion. And it means that it doesn't mean that it's all bankable projects, for surely not, but that's a potential preliminary identified. So there is a big room to develop more projects. Next slide. The subsectors of the energy sector spans through from the renewables to oil and gas, bioenergy, nuclear energy, peaking power, and one could find the available opportunities in each of them. Next slide. The example of projects, you can all find them on investment portal. If we speak about the private opportunities, here just to give you the sense and the feeling of how it looks and what I'm talking about. So we have teaser for each investment opportunity on investment portal. Here we can have Poltavska wind farm from the tech, for example. Next slide. Or a project from the Ministry of Development for passive defense of critical energy infrastructure for 2.8 million. Next slide. Or development of offshore licenses from Naftogaz, 4 billion worth. Next slide. So as you see, we have a wide range of different projects, different multiple types. The average size of the project in renewables is from 2 to 10 million. And it's actually with the implementation term in average 2 years. So about the incentives, the energy sector is widely supported by different incentives provided by the government of Ukraine and also by international partners. Here you see the list. Next slide. The particular part of the energy, I would say it's on the edge of energy and agriculture. It's biomassing, biogas, and biomethane is applicable for this for our investment support for significant investments. It means if you build a facility on biomethane production and your capex exceeds 12 million, you're entitled to get 30% of compensation of capexes, provided your project generates 10 plus new jobs and it's implemented within a 5 years period and other criteria are met. And the next slide, the support is provided, this 30% could be redeemed in the form of tax holidays, exemptions from import duties on equipment supply, construction works compensation, also some assistance and simplified procedures with land plots, land tax exemption, and all it's facilitated by Ukraine Invest as the so-called investment nanny 24/7. Next slide. Industrial parks, something that's very important. It's very comfortable and convenient and efficient way to facilitate and locate your business. Next slide. Private-public partnerships, if you are interested particularly in that stream, is also open for energy and we can navigate you through the opportunities. Next slide. This is about the financing, just the overall framework. The most important source is now Ukraine Investment Framework, which is a program supported by European Commission, providing blended finance with over 9 billion size, and it plans for the next 2 years to allocate around 1 billion in energy project in private sector. Next slide. Next slide. Ukraine is currently, government of Ukraine, in order to catalyze the investment, are working on creating, developing additional instruments like private equity investment funds, together with important governmental and multinational stakeholders. And now we are speaking about US-Ukraine Reconstruction Fund, which has already raised 150 million from both sides, and there is now selecting projects for to have pilot investments. And the main focus of the fund is mining critical minerals and infrastructural projects around mining, including energy. European Flagship Fund pledged to raise 500 million, with the first layer provided by European Commission guarantees, also second DFIs and IFIs capital and private capital. They had just recently chosen the manager of the fund and working on a pipeline creation, including energy. Energy is in the loop of any, let's say, a major vehicle. Next slide. Insurance. Insurance is a very critical point to make decision on investment project. Nowadays, insurance in focus of Ukrainian government and international partners. We have the proposal to cover war risk insurance at each stage of investor journey nowadays by different major financial provided as financing is provided by major financial players and with also with participation of insurance players. But so we can provide it from the point when the equipment is supplied for the project implementation to Ukraine, when it comes to ensuring financial risks and also including ensuring commercial property for operating already the facility to make business. The government of Ukraine, next slide, has currently introduced a program, and it's now considering to develop it even further in terms of the limits to cover the partial percentage of the insurance premium for all businesses operating in Ukraine, as well as it allows to compensate the partial damage for enterprises on the frontier region. And that's a good call for our governments of the countries which bring FDI to Ukraine to promote their business to come with such similar scheme by compensating a part of full size of the premium. Next slide. Thank you very much for the attention, for this long time I have taken. And in case of any questions, we are available for follow-up communication.